Welcome to Summer Romance on TCM and Summer Under the Stars, our annual spotlight on a different star each day in August. I'm Alicia Malone, and today we're celebrating Humphrey Bogart, so let's combine Summer Romance and Summer Under the Stars and watch Bogey in the greatest doomed romance of all time. Directed by Michael Curtiz from 1942, it's Casablanca. And this film, along with his turn as Sam Spade in The Maltese Falcon, helped cement the image of Humphrey Bogart, who remains one of the most recognizable faces of all time and still sits at #1 on the AFI list of the male greatest American screen legends. On the surface, Bogart seems an unlikely movie star. He was 5'8", not classically handsome, and had a slight lisp, but he was undeniably charismatic, with a natural ability to deliver dialogue, a sharp intelligence and wit, and a heart of gold appealingly hidden behind a tough exterior. Humphrey Bogart's first credited role on film came in 1930, and he signed his first contract with Warner Brothers in 1936 to reprise his Broadway role in the film adaptation of The Petrified Forest. It took a while before Warner's would realize that Bogart could be a leading man, and he played small roles for several years, also taking whatever films George Raft turned down, including High Sierra and The Maltese Falcon, both from 1941, which gave Bogart his first starring roles in high-profile pictures. After the huge success of The Maltese Falcon, Warner Brothers could not deny they had a new star on their hands, so they cast him as the romantic lead in Casablanca. Reportedly, studio chief Jack Warner didn't think the casting made sense and asked Ingrid Bergman who would want to kiss Bogart. She immediately replied, "I would." She's not alone there. Bogart plays Rick, the owner of a nightclub in French Morocco, where the patrons include German and Vichy French officials, members of the French resistance, and refugees desperate to escape to the United States. Ingrid Bergman plays Ilsa, Rick's former lover, who arrives at the nightclub with her husband, the Czech resistance leader Victor Laszlo, played by Paul Henreid. Also with Claude Rains from 1942, this is Casablanca. The role of Rick in Casablanca added a new dimension to Humphrey Bogart's persona, proving his appeal as a romantic lead as he brought the same world-weary cynicism from film noir into romance. Casablanca had a famously difficult production. The script was constantly rewritten, and not even the cast knew how it was going to end. But none of that was evident in the final production, and the film was nominated for 8 Academy Awards, winning 3 for Best Screenplay, Best Director, and Best Picture. Humphrey Bogart was nominated for Best Actor, his first Oscar nomination, and the year after the film's release, Bogart travelled to the real Casablanca while on a USO tour. He had served in the Navy during World War I and tried to re-enlist in 1944, but he was denied because of his age. Instead, he volunteered for the Coast Guard Reserve. All right, that's it for TCM Summer Romance this Sunday, but up next we have more of today's Summer Under the Stars honoree, Humphrey Bogart. This time he joins Jennifer Jones, Gina Lollobrigida, and Peter Lorre in an adventure directed by John Huston.
Next on TCM, Beat the Devil. Then, We're No Angels. And later, The Big Sleep. We never get tired of Bogey on Summer Under the Stars.